Hi, very good morning. Another interesting judgment of Supreme Court. NBCC India Limited versus Zillion Infra Projects Private Limited. This is under Arbitration and Conciliation Act on the interpretation of Section 7(5) of Arbitration Act. Facts in brief. As usual, whatever is necessary I will give, not the full facts. If you want full facts, you have to take the judgment and read it fully. So, brief facts. NBCC issued a tender inviting bids for some construction work. Zillion submitted its bid. Contract was awarded to Zillion. As usual, like every marriage, they immediately fight. Here also, some disputes arose between the parties. Notice invoking arbitration clause was issued by Zillion. That notice was not responded by NBCC. Zillion approached High Court for appointment of arbitrator. High Court appointed arbitrator. This was challenged before the Supreme Court. The appointment of arbitrator was challenged by NBCC before Supreme Court. The principles governing arbitration clause by reference or incorporation. This is very important. Supreme Court says 1. When parties enter into contract and make a general reference to another contract, such a general reference would not have the effect of incorporating the arbitration clause from the referred document. 2. Arbitration clause can be incorporated from another contract only by making specific reference to arbitration clause. 3. When a contract says that the execution or performance of that contract shall be in terms of another contract, then the terms referred to in the other contract in regard to execution or performance, that alone will apply and not the arbitration agreement. 4. Where a contract provides that the standard form of terms and conditions of an independent trade or professional institution will bind or apply to the contract, the arbitration clause forming part of that standard form, it will be deemed to be incorporated by reference. 5. Where contract between parties stipulate that conditions of contract of one of the parties to the contract shall form part of their contract, the arbitration clause forming part of such general conditions of contract will apply to contract between the parties. 6. Section 7(5) provides for conscious acceptance of arbitration clause from another document by the parties as part of their contract. Reference to the document should show the intention of incorporation of the arbitration clause. All these principles you have to apply to decide whether there is an intention to apply the arbitration clause in another agreement to this agreement. That is the principle. So in sum and substance, Supreme Court noted that in this case, it is a two contract case and not a single contract case. There were two documents. One is additional terms and conditions of contract issued by Damodar Valley Corporation, DVC. And another is letter of intent, which formed part of the agreement. Supreme Court looked into both the documents. Additional terms and conditions provided for an arbitration clause. No doubt, there is an arbitration clause there. Letter of intent said all terms and conditions issued by DVC shall apply except where it is specifically modified by NBCC. So, letter of intent said that. In letter of intent, a particular clause, I don't want to read the entire clause, a particular clause said that the redressal of dispute shall be only through civil courts. That only is very important. Only through civil courts. The Supreme Court said The word only brings out the clear intention of parties. The reference to the arbitration clause in the second contract would not ipso facto apply to the agreement unless there is a specific mention thereto. Supreme Court held in this case the general reference would not suffice, and in any case, letter of intent says dispute should be settled only through civil courts. Hence, the order of High Court appointing arbitrator was quashed. Now, my comment is only thing is only when you commit a mistake, then only you can learn. But you cannot remain in this world to commit all the mistakes by yourself. So we have to learn from others' mistakes. That is the point. Thank you very much. Have a great day.